What up, world? It's your boy Mark Waldo Ward, Super Fact Show, Super Fast Network. Today I got with us, some artists create ad libs. This man invented a genre, the inventor of strip hop, Mr. Wired Up. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I mean, I ain't gonna front though. It's been a minute since Shake Life Shawty. When's the next music coming out?
I got some new stuff dropping probably in about a week or two. I'm gonna send it out to the DJs, all the DJs to get it first. If I even put it online, I'm doing something different, dropping some new videos, some more content. Starting in February.
Do you
So
even
yeah,
care about getting your music to websites anymore?
I mean, yeah, I do. But for me being the DJ, first thing I'm gonna do is get it to the DJ first. So the DJs will be the ones to work it before I even put it online yet.
Got you. I mean, yeah, especially with the club background. I guess that you kind of gotta go with your circle first, right?
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of my homeboys not don't work in the strip club. A lot of them regular club DJs or mixtape DJs or podcast DJs or whatever. So I'll be liking to get it to all them first because I've not been playing the song. So getting it to everybody else, it'll be new to them.
Word, word. So when what do you learn musically from DJing in the strip club?
The different sounds that come out, but music change every day.
Yes, sir.
So being a DJ in the strip club, you'll learn about a new sound, before it really just come out. So even when I do my music, it's a new sound. I'm like, man, I'm gonna try that, just to try it to see, if I like doing it or if I can keep doing it. But that's pretty much, 9 times out of 10, strip clubs gonna get music first. Now it used to be the opposite. The regular club got it, then the strip club got it. Now everybody want to take their music to the strip club first.
I mean, obviously you don't know this, but I lived in A-Leaf for a minute, and I had a little recording studio in my house, and I remember
Oh, okay.
my man Hustle Man got you to host his mixtape, and
Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah.
oh yeah, shout out him, Cheryl, all them, but was it Beat Mechanics, Wave Mechanics, Cheryl's
Way
production.
mechanic.
Yeah,
Way mechanic him and Fred on.
yeah, that shit fire, but man, like I just moved from DC and I'd never heard of you. This is like 2012, maybe 2013.
Yeah.
And people would get so turned up when they found out that they had, if you retweeted their song, if you was hosting their mixtape, and then I started listening, bro. Some of them, the Fat Pimp one, I know. I mean, I'm sure you might have done more than one, but there was one that was in the gas station, a mixtape. Man, I was looking for it today. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it online either. But you did one with Fat Pimp that was so fucking hard.
That probably was I
Right, that
wanna
shit.
say that was Get Loaded. Had to be Get Loaded.
Get
Or
loaded.
is it the Get Loaded stripping? It might if it was just me and Fat, then it was Get Loaded.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Had to
have to
be Get
find that.
Loaded. Had to be Get Loaded with me and Fat.
But then, I started hearing you as an artist a few years later, and I mean, the shit you can definitely flow. But when did you realize that you were creating? It wasn't hip hop. It was strip hop.
When I first started DJing at the strip club.
So what makes it different?
Well, what made a difference is at the time, around the time when I first started working the strip club, everybody was trying to make twerk music.
Right.
It wasn't so much the strip club music. So when I started working there, me and my cousin, he was my producer, and I was like, man, let's make a record for every dancer in here, like their own personal song. Put their name in and make a new beat, original song.
That's
So
tight.
so sure, we got to the studio. We did like I think we only made it to about 6 or 7 of them. We did like 6 or 7 of them, but every time the girls would go to different strip club to work, they would take their song with them. Like this, my song. I want to tell the DJ to play
Right.
it. So that's how I got into being strip club music versus twerk music. Cause and then everybody kind of migrated on to saying they wanted to they got a new strip club anthem and all this, because that's where majority of the records get broke in the strip club.
One thing I noticed about your music, I like how like by the second hook, you got me singing along. I already know it.
That's what you got to do. If people can sing along, they're gonna be the most memorable part. And I try to make a lot of my hooks where you can remember and repeat them. I don't want to be too easy, but I don't want to be too hard though.
Are you ever surprised that like how other people aren't as in tune with marketing as you? Because I mean, bro, like everything you're saying is some hellified branding.
Yeah, I mean, cause like when people ask me, I tell them the same thing. Like nothing I'm saying is just something I say different, and it's just I had to teach myself how to do it with myself first. So with me branding like Mr. Wide Up, Old Boy, and all these other catchphrases and songs on me, that took me putting it in your face every day. Every day you saw it, every day you heard it.
It's that work ethic, right?
Yes, sir.
So you was a rapper first. What how'd you get into DJing?
I got into DJing. I was we again. Me and my cousin was the first strip club I started working at, and we was just passing out the flyers. We was doing the flyers, and so I came in one day, and one of the DJs had got fired, and so I had asked, "Oh," I said, "Man, let me try to DJ." He was like, "Man, go ahead and do your thing," and ever since then, I just kept going with it.
You remember the first song you played?
First song I played was "Money on the Floor" by Big Crit.
Ah, man, that's a strong one. You remember that Return of Forever?
Yep.
Man,
I used
bro,
to play my sub. I used to play my sub and rotation. I mean, yeah, so there's a
man,
lot of songs I had been playing around then, but I remember that was "Money on the Floor" was the first song I ever played as a strip club DJ.
that Return of Forever, that shit was so hard, but like they was I think it was a Smokers Club tour, right? And they came to DC like 3 days after that album came out, and everybody in the crowd knew every word. And I've been to like easily 1,000 rap shows in DC, and I ain't never seen that before.
Never seen that. Yeah, Crit got a following, man. That album "Return to Forever" was hard. It was
You know,
hard though.
oh hell yeah. You know, as an artist, I like when you make songs with Fat Pimp. Do you got any more of those coming?
Yeah, man, yeah, Fat my brother. Like that's family. So it's more records with me and him definitely coming. Um, no, I'm not really big on features, but then I work with who I work with.
Word.
The same people I've been working with forever. Since I first started, the same people I've been working with till this day.
I mean, that says something about all y'all character, right?
Yep.
So I was reading a Rolling Out interview of you, and you said you came up under Fat Pat and Hawk, and I'm curious, did you just mean that musically, or did you know him personally?
Nah, personally, stayed in the same neighborhood. So they like we played when they was coming up, or when they was out. We was just little kids in the neighborhood playing basketball. Hawk would always come around the corner and watch us play basketball and stuff, and give us advice. We seen Pat every now and then, but at that time, Pat was really moving. Pat had a whole bunch of stuff going on. He was on the road a lot, and so we rarely saw him. But I did see Hawk a lot. Um,
You remember any advice he gave you?
Hawk
Like,
always told me like, whatever you do, just do it. Like, don't never let nobody tell you can't do it. He was like, man, if y'all gonna play basketball, you better be the best basketball player ever. So, but I always look. He didn't because he was shocked when he found out I was rapping. Um, I had seen him one day at this, they had a spot on South Main, the old Soundwave. Ran into him up there dropping off some CDs. I was putting my CDs in the store. I gave him one. He was coming in. I was leaving. He stuck it in his door. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna check you out." And that same night, I had to open up for him at Zero at Connections. And he saw me and when I finished the show, he came up to me and said, "Man, I listened to your CD, your jam, and I ain't think you was putting it down like that. We're gonna have to get us some work in." I'm like, "Man, yeah, definitely." But I'm mad I never got a chance to work with him. Um, but it was just the fact that he told me he liked it. Like
word,
he didn't give me no bag. Like he could have easily been like, "Man, hey, it's cool." But he
right?
was just like, "Nah, you jamming. I've been listening to it all day." I was like, "Man, appreciate that." So,
Man, is it cool? The worst thing someone can say about your music?
huh?
I said, it's that's cool. That's like the worst thing someone can say about your music, ain't it?
I mean, to me, if somebody is either gonna be, "Man, that shit jamming. I like that," or "Yeah, it's cool." If you say it's cool, then you don't really like it. You just don't want to say you ain't like it. So when somebody say, "Yeah, it's cool," I'm gonna just be like, "Nah, they ain't like it."
I'd rather them just say I ain't like it. You
I'd
feel me?
rather you say I just don't like it. I don't tell me it's cool, because then I'm gonna really be like, "Oh, just say you don't like it, bro."
Now this might be cheating because you was rapping first, but I was thinking about it, bro. You might be the best DJ rapper ever. What do you think of that assessment?
I mean, it's a lot of DJ rappers. So I mean, I'm literally up there. I can say I'm up there. It's a lot of stuff I want to do to prove that I'm that guy. But I know I'm at least in the top three.
So
I'm
who
at
else would you consider?
Chose and EXO.
Yeah, that's strong. That's strong. So would you rather have a good set or a good show? Like what feels more personally satisfying?
Both. I treat both of them the same. So even when I DJ, my sets I gotta kill my sets. Like soon as I come in, I always think about the first song and the last song I'm gonna play.
Can you
So
still sell?
however,
Oh, my bad.
huh?
I'm not. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I say, yeah, I just think about the first song and the last song I gotta play. That first song gonna make or break you.
Word. So when I moved down there, I was amazed at how much people were still buying CDs. Like in DC, that's basically like old people like CDs, old people like me and shit. But that in like 2015, you could still make a gang of motherfucking money selling CDs.
CDs, yeah, CDs. It kind of. I mean, people still try to do it, or they'll try to give it away in like the little party bags or whatever, because they know people keep the bag and then look at the CD later instead of just giving you a CD in your hand and somebody just throwing it on the ground. You
Word.
know, I stopped doing the CD thing. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna waste that money for somebody to throw it on the ground. So you do most of your listen to your music on your phone in your car anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say most cars don't even have CD players no more, as far
They
as
have
I know.
CD players now, yeah, they don't even have CD players no more.
With that being said, like I wouldn't be surprised if you told me, like I know you sold six figures of CDs and not six figures money, like six-figure units in a year before.
Shit, I started selling CDs in 2005, so we counting that. Yeah, from then and there, yeah, we moved a bunch of units
Is
hand in
it
hand.
is the 2005 stuff online anywhere?
The only thing that's really on 2000 is Put It in the Air. Put It in the Air still up. I think yeah, it's still up because it was on the old album. Because the old one Put It in the Air. So like Put It in the Air still up. A lot of the older stuff, like video wise, is on my YouTube channel. Like old videos was old shows and stuff like that, old freestyles, all that's on my YouTube channel. But as far as the music at that time, we was like, we really wasn't putting music like online. Everything was
Right.
CD. So we wouldn't a lot of that stuff. I said we had talked about putting like a couple of the old projects up online still just cause. So we getting all that together now.
That's what's up, bro. I feel like a lot, man. I love the mixtape era, but I feel like a lot of good music got lost.
It did. A lot of music did get lost in the mix. And when everybody was popping out mixtapes, shit, half of them never went online. They just not starting to get online so people can hear 'em.
The you got to have like mad music knowledge to be a DJ. Do you ever have like shows where you gotta play like shit that you might not listen to as much, like disco or rock or EDM or all that type shit?
Because I listen to everything. It just depends on what I'm doing and if I gotta get it. So if somebody booked me, say just like you said, EDM, I know I got homeboys that got EDM folders, and I know I ain't got like, hey man, I need an EDM folder. So that was a good thing about knowing DJs. You can call somebody for something you don't have. I listen to it. I just ain't never had the chance to like actually play it. So me, I'm down to play anything. Like,
Or me too. Good musicians love good music.
yeah, I like good music.
You ever checked out the other Mr. Wired Up?
I seen them. People be tagging me, and I'm like, some people be getting on something. But you need to change your name. You're not Mr. Water. And so I check him out though. He got some good mixes though. A lot of times people be talking about them ain't your mixes and stuff. I just be like, don't discredit my name because you over there making fake mixes.
This I that shit was just surprising. Like I clicked on one and I seen home, but I was like, what the fuck?
Everybody say that they were like, man, I typed in your name. And it was a white guy. I was like, oh, yeah, I know. I know.
Well, you can make, man. The the damn, I lost my motherfucking train of thought like shit. I'm not even gonna front. So while I try to remember that shit, I know one thing I was gonna ask you: if you had to do a set of all pre 1996 Houston rap, what would be some of the songs that you would immediately come to mind?
96. Well, around that time, Ballin and Mix Lil
Well, I mean,
Kiki.
anything before that, you can put some 84 shit. You know, you put the
Oh, okay.
original Ghetto Boys lineup, whatever.
Well, shit, it would definitely have to be Ghetto Dream, Fat Pat, uh, Bounce and Turn, Kiki, uh, Hawk, anything about Hawk. Still could do 25 lighters. You can do 3 in the morning, Pimp in the Pen.
Do some of them Odd Squad songs.
Yeah, everything pretty much. I
Some
still
good
play.
Fifth Ward Boys.
I still play Fuck Faces by Scarface. I still play Candy by 8 Ball MJG. I still play uh Put Sweet and Alcohol, Fifth Ward Boys, Mind Playing Tricks on Me, Let Me See It. Yeah, I play everything still.
That's a hellified mix. I remember I was gonna ask, what are some artists coming up that people should be aware of? Like when I was first down there, Megan Thee Stallion was coming out, but
Yeah.
not nationally, but in Houston. But you know,
Yeah, she was starting out. Yeah.
you could tell though. You know what I mean? Is there anybody like that right now?
Man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot of artists, especially with the females. It's a lot of artists, especially with the females. You got Candyman, you got Libra Jolie, um, even not even from Houston. You got Erica Banks, you got P Supreme, you got R&B Bloodbath, you got KC. It's a bunch of women popping out, and that's a good thing because it, at one point I started seeing and I kept telling everybody, saying, man, it's gonna be one point all these women gonna take over. And I said it, and everybody be like, why don't said that in the interview? He said, man, them women gonna get together and they gonna take over, and that's what happened. Like I called that like about 4 or 5 years ago, and I called it, and but it's like, with the women, then you got the artists out here, you got D Flowers and you got OTB Fast Lane and you got Young Al, you got YB Puerto Rico, you got it's a lot, man. So much good talent coming out the city. And it's just good that I'm still in the mix of it. So that's a good thing. I'm still in the mix of all of it.
Oh yeah, bro. Like today, I listened to man. Pardon me for forgetting the name of the song, but the one you did the She mix to.
Oh, Walked In.
Yeah, and I hit the artist credits, and I was checking out all of them after that. Yeah, and stuff like that's how people get known.
Yeah, I did that because I was like, man, I'm gonna just do a whole female version of Walked In. And so shit, people started telling us, I just told everybody, whoever y'all want. So they started tagging people, and I got who I got back because that's who reached back to me when I put it together. So it's supposed to be. I said I was gonna do the longer version because a lot of new females want to get on it. So, but you never know. I might do a female version to keep going.
That'd be what's. I mean, for real, any of your songs that should be what's up, and I'm sure it won't be hard to get artists on it.
No, never that. Yeah, I'm glad I got a good relationship with a lot of artists.
What would you say is the biggest change since you started DJing? Like you see in the clubs and stuff, especially like folks' money a little different now, all that type shit.
It's not even that. It's the music. Music kind of changed from back in the gap. You could go to the club and actually party. Now you hear all kind of different music, struggle music. Struggle music really get paid. I'd be like, y'all, I ain't got playing this in the middle of the club. Can't nobody enjoy being sad and depressed in the club. So, but it's just the music. It ain't the same vibe as it was back then. You know, you could go to a party and everybody's actually partying
Right.
for 6, 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't sitting down. And somebody was talking about the other day, talking about back when downtown was jumping. Didn't nobody want to be in no section. Being in the section was boring at the time. You didn't want to be away
Right.
from the people. Now everybody want to be in the section. It just flipped.
It's
So
like people want photo opportunities more than an experience.
more than an experience. Yeah, you want to get seen and to have people take your picture and all that. But again, back when downtown was jumping, wasn't nobody trying to be in the sections. So we was getting them to bring us the bottles in the middle of the floor, so you
Oh,
so
that's
you
what's
can
up.
see us.
Oh, that's a power move right there. I'm sure that worked out well for the, let's say, after party a few times.
Yeah, so like during the regular club, at this time, a lot of people really wasn't going to strip clubs. Everybody was downtown. And you go downtown around this time, it was already down to 20 clubs on Main. So you just bouncing from club to club, club to club the whole time.
You ever seen James Harden when you were DJing?
I seen, yeah, he used to come to Onyx a lot. He's always been Onyx.
Did you ever interact with him or?
Yeah, I had to, because sometimes I had to go over there and figure out, ask him what he wanted to listen to or what he wanted me to play. He was the one who introduced me to Russell Westbrook when Russell had just got to Houston.
Oh yeah, do you remember any music requests they ever made?
Hard like a lot of Cali and Lil Baby. He like Cali music and Lil Baby.
Shit, that man Screw like Cali music too.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of that California stuff don't get the love that it should.
Yeah, I mean, and no, because a lot of it you really can't play in the club, so people won't
Yeah,
really hear that that real Cali.
I mean,
Unless you.
plus when you're in Houston, there ain't really no need. Y'all got such a just fully comprehensive music scene. Like it's
Yeah,
people. I be telling
yeah.
people all the time. It's people in Houston. They don't give a fuck if they ever get on MTV or any. Well, I'm sure people don't give a fuck about that period anymore. But I mean, they don't give a fuck if they're on
As long as they
curated
getting
playlists.
played, as long as they getting played somewhere, they ain't tripping.
Because that's why I be trying to tell people that I don't know what you would call it, but like that whole little Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, that
Yeah,
shit. Like you can make millions of dollars there without ever going national. And people don't be believing that shit, but then I'll put them on to like Beat King or something or GT Garza.
that chilling circuit. That's what a lot of OGs was on. They ain't have to go. They go to them small towns, hit them small towns, hit about 4 or 5 shows a week on some small cities and make them some money, and people love them because they didn't came. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people still. It's a lot of people still do that.
I mean,
There's a
why
lot of
wouldn't
people
you?
still do
You get fucking
that.
paid off that shit.
You get paid off that. You get booked at the same little small club every month for the same amount. That's easy. That's like a regular job.
Right. And that's like a home game. A lot of times, I've been on the road with people and in mad cities, it's like, enemy territory other than the club.
Yeah, for sure.
So, that shit makes moving a whole lot better. So to finish up, some new music coming in the next few weeks, and anything else to be looking out for?
Yeah, new song. It's called Nervous. It's called Nervous, produced by Sean on the beat. That's on me for Yellow Beezy. And we're gonna drop that, and then got some new videos on the way with some new music. Restarting Wide Up Wednesday. I revamped Wide Up Wednesday, so we kicking out Wide Up Wednesday, the new Wide Up Wednesday, February the 7th. So y'all pretty much be getting a bunch of new music starting February the 7th as far as visuals.
And that's super what's good. And then the last thing, if they want to actually interact with you online, what platform they got the best chance of it?
Man, follow me at Mr. Wide Up, oh boy. You can also follow Mr. Wide Up Music. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's gonna be more, more like I say, more visual, more content gonna be up on the channel. Facebook, Mr. Wide Up. Everything Mr. Wide Up. Just find me.
Well, shit, brother. I appreciate your time. I think you on. I'm sure I can tell you probably wouldn't say this, but I think you on your way to becoming a legend if you're not already. And thank you for being on the show.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. Big dog.
No doubt, man. Take it light. Have a good night.
You know it.
Peace.
Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. I just appreciate you listening. So I'm not going to ask you to follow me on Instagram at Mark Waldo Ward. I'm not going to ask you to rate and review the show. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe to it. Thank you for your time.